And now, the show you've all been waiting for. It's Vox Bellator. Games, comics, movies, it's all discussed here, live and without filter. If you aren't listening, what are you doing with your life? And now, give it up for your host, Sumotacular, and his co-host, the Smed. Let's get into it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Vox Bellator. Sorry for the missing streams the last little bit, the last few days, but we are back at it, ready and raring to go. As always, I am joined by my esteemed co-host, the Smed Head. Smed, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing great, Sumo. Doing great. How you been, man?
I'm all right, brother. As always, I'm fat and happy. I'm good to go. And we have a special guest tonight because of a special topic we're going to discuss. A very good friend of mine who I have a great deal of respect for. He's a fantastic guy, and he knows a lot about the subject we're discussing. Everyone, please welcome on Will Mauz. Will, introduce yourself to the fine folks.
And you lather it on that, Vic. I can't wait to see what you bake.
And it begins.
Indeed.
I'm the opinionated German.
So unfortunately with Streamlabs, there's not a whole lot I can do to overcome his potato mic. So if you'll just... And Mauz, I know you know how to do this. If you'll project a little bit, reach into your inner German and start screaming, you know.
Oh, you really want me to get loud? Are you sure? Half the time when I'm bitching at games, I'm surprised that my neighbors haven't called the cops and gone, I think he's murdering someone in there. He was just loading so many guns when he moved in.
Well, dude, to be fair, you live in Tejas. And if anybody thought you were murdering anybody in there, they just bust up with their own guns. So.
I don't know, man. I do live near a freaking college that's a little liberal.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, we do too. We live near Montevallo University.
Yeah, this is very
yeah.
For the liberal arts.
I know. Hey, we want to put a military base there, but you have a liberal arts college. Get rid of that or we won't put the base there. Well, we're not getting rid of the college. Well, we're not putting a base there.
Yeah, oh, God.
Welcome to 2019.
That actually happened in 1980.
Even worse.
All right. Well, let's hop right into it. Tonight, our subject is a franchise I absolutely love, and I know y'all are real big fans of it. We've all been playing since the first entry in the series, Halo Combat Evolved. I was 11 when that game came out in 2001. I think Smed would have been 10. And how old were you, Mauz?
You fucker. 2001? Shit, dude. I was just about to turn 19. I'd probably just gotten home from basic training.
All right. There we go. That's what I wanted to hear, Methuselah. But, But yeah, so for you had already grown up with a lot of the other first-person shooters that had been out at the time. You know, the classic style, the Dooms, the Wolfensteins, you know, where you had 50 different guns.
Half-Life.
And I remember Half-Life. I remember getting that for Christmas one year. It must have been 98 or 99. I got the like Game of the Year edition, so I guess it was 99. It had Blue Shift and all that other stuff.
Yeah, it would have been late 90s because after like 2000, they didn't release a new one for a while.
Yeah, until Half-Life 2 came out. But you know, all those games were, you know, the classic style, very fast-paced, a lot of side strafing, you know, 10 billion weapons on a, you know, in your selection, you know. Dude's carrying a pistol, a shotgun, an assault rifle, a plasma rifle, a missile launcher, a chainsaw, the BFG.
Hey, don't forget the super shotgun.
That's right. Can't leave out the super shotgun, or else Doom Guy will come for me, and I don't want that to happen. I've seen what he does to demons. I don't want to know what he does to fleshy people. But yeah, Halo really, when it came onto the scene, it seriously changed things up. And I imagine y'all would probably agree with that, because even now today you see games like Call of Duty, which is, as far as it goes for titles sold and everything and money made, it's probably the single largest first-person shooter franchise of all time. And honestly, it owes a lot of that success to Halo, because it's a 2-weapon system shooter. Regenerating health, things like that. It definitely owes a lot to the grandpappy of the changing first-person shooters, and that is, of course, Halo Combat Evolved in 2001. And it's really crazy to see that shift, to me, to see the video game history change from pre-Halo to post-Halo. And I remember for years after, everybody was talking about, everybody's, they're trying to make a Halo killer. Oh, Killzone, it's supposed to be the Halo killer. All these attempts to bring it down and just match that success.
Yep, Halo's still here.
That's exactly.
By the way, woo, Blood Gulch, I love that map.
Oh my God. If you're a Halo fan and you don't love Blood Gulch, can you really call yourselves a Halo fan? I want to hear Will's opinion on this real quick.
William,
have we lost him?
I think so.
He might be having some technical difficulties. Hold on 1 second, folks. We're gonna check it out. William. Du bist hören mich.
Says his mic's off.
Uh-oh. That's not good. William, unmute yourself. You must have hit a button. Oh.
He said,
no, I was trying to unfuck this so that I could just carry you guys through my headset, and my computer isn't it's not as simple as I wish it was.
damn you, technology!
Well, when Sumo was asking me what my email was, did he read you what I sent him for my email?
Yes.
Sorry. Unpause. Continue.
Just glad you're here with us. Well, I was just saying, with everything and how it's changed, and Smed happened to bring up Blood Gulch, and I was just saying that, if you consider yourself a fan of Halo and you don't enjoy Blood Gulch, then all that. And I was just wanting to get your opinion on it, but we'll go ahead and...
Blood Gulch? Sidewinder. That's where you find out if you're a real man.
I don't know. Hang 'em High was a pretty good one.
No.
There's about to be an internet fight right here.
Nothing wipes out a team's commission like a guy rolling up with the Warthog on Sidewinder and figuring out for the first time ever, holy shit, Spike, I can get in the Warthog and still carry the flag. And everyone piles into the Warthog and we tear ass down the road with their flag.
Oh, man.
There were a ton of great memories for us with Halo 1. I distinctly remember playing it in 2001, and I remember nobody in the neighborhood, and Smed and I kind of grew up together. I moved into his neighborhood when I was just turned 11 years old. Moved into his neighborhood a little bit before school started up.
Across the street.
Yep, almost catty corner. It was crazy. But moved in, PlayStation 2s, things like that. Folks had them. Nobody had an Xbox. And it would not be until, I believe, the next year when Hurricane Ivan or maybe one of the other hurricanes rolled through. It was 2012, I remember that. But it rolled through, knocked down a tree in my grandfather's backyard, and he, for my help in cutting and splitting all the wood and everything, he went ahead and bought me an Xbox, 1 game, and 2 controllers. And of course, the one I picked was Halo, because I'd played it on the PC at my mother's house in California. So I knew about it, and I had checked it out at my, I guess you could say, step cousin's house when we went over to Pennsylvania to visit. Allentown, Pennsylvania. If anybody's been there, it's actually kind of nice for Yankee territory.
So by step cousin, you mean ex-girlfriend?
Allentown. Good Billy Joel song, by the way.
The good old days.
That's gracious. Oh, God almighty.
Also, Sumo, I know you're from California, but do you have to act like you're from Arkansas?
Gee. Well, but now. Just saying.
Yeah.
No.
But no, and that's another thing. I'm kind of in a weird place because I spent 3 years in California, but I do consider myself a Southern boy. I have a little bit of a drawl, not as thick as some folks do down here. And if anybody wants to go back and re-listen to the first stream, the first podcast, just laugh at Smed.
Ooh, boy. God, that was only like 18 beers deep. So.
Only 18 beers deep, fellas.
That is
I tell you what, man.
Oh gosh. That is that's another thing. We try to clean it up on stream so y'all can understand us and everything. I have a little bit more of a drawl than I do like right now. The way I'm speaking, I'm just kind of keeping my cheeks in and trying not to do y'alls and how y'all doing, when I get real relaxed and everything else, and things kind of get drawn out a little bit. But no, this is my my radio voice. So there's that. And no, the drunker you get a Southerner, the more that accent will come out. And eventually, at a certain point, it's like an entirely different language. You will not understand them, and they will be angry at you for not understanding them because they're probably going to be angry at you already for one reason or another. Just saying. It's kind of.
That brings up a question. Were there any redneck Spartans?
Considering
me.
Yeah, me.
Exactly.
Well, you gotta think. Some of them came from frontier worlds when they were kids, so there definitely would have been space redneck Spartans. This would have been a thing, absolutely. But with Halo 1, God, when we got the Xboxes, man, having folks over, taking turns, doing multiplayer matches, and then when people started getting the Xbox, and really Halo did it. Like, after playing Halo, that was it. We wound up...
Definitely. Everybody got one.
Everybody got one. Yeah. We'd set up LAN parties and junk like that.
God, dude.
We would have 8 people over with 2 screens, 4-on-4.
Yeah. And
you would still get the, quit looking at my screen.
Yeah, we're on the same team, asshole. Like, yeah, but you're still looking.
Over in Birmingham would actually tolerate my potty mouth just because I had Halo and an Xbox. Of course, they'd be sitting there praying the whole time behind me, Lord, please bless this child and his dirty mouth.
Yeah. It's not cheating if everybody can do it.
That's one of Big Papa Smed's famous adages right there.
Oh, God.
If everybody can do it, it's not cheating. You're just not being smart enough to do it.
Yeah. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah. Big Papa Smed, words of wisdom, words to live by. But yeah, great memories with Halo 1. That is a fantastic part of growing up right there, is getting all your buddies together and absolutely killing them with the pistol in Halo 1. And can we just talk about that bullshit for a minute? Can we talk about a sniper pistol?
Yeah, I mean, all you need was a shotgun and a sniper pistol, and you could shoot across the map, especially at Blood Gulch. You could literally jump up on the ledge and shoot across the map with the pistol.
Yes.
And just,
You can shoot someone from one base to the other, like, oh, hey, by the way, ping.
Yeah. As fast as you could pull it. Man, that was great.
Just
Smed head is on a killing spree.
It was fantastic, and they realized it was quite a bit overpowered because the pistol in Halo 2 was hot garbage.
Steaming pile of shit.
Yes. Oh God. But for a little glorious time, a pistol was the best weapon in a video game. Thank you. All right. God Almighty. That they did great with it, and honestly, it was the little details in that game that sold it for me, because like when you're loading the pistol, it's a blowback operated pistol, gas blowback, like a Desert Eagle. So it only the rear, the rear half of the slide actually moved backwards over the barrel.
Like a Desert Eagle.
Just exactly. And it was so neat seeing that, because the thing was like, I think it was like a 50 caliber round that they were firing out of that thing. 12 rounds of, 50 future weapon. It's like, no wonder the Covenant lose on the ground. It's like, that's your standard issue sidearm? Holy shit.
I'll take two.
Yeah. And you could always tell if you played against someone and they were like, oh yeah, I've been playing this forever, I'm great at it. And then they run around with the assault rifle, you're just like, you're full of shit.
This is your first match, isn't it?
It was so easy to tell between, the false bravado motherfuckers that were just, blowing it out their ass, and people who were, they're like, yeah, I've played a few times, I enjoy it, and then they pull out the pistol and immediately go for the shotgun or the sniper rifle on top of the base, and they're freaking running and getting headshots with the sniper rifle while they're heading toward the shotgun.
Guilty.
Oh God.
You have the shotgun, but I have the needler.
Oh my God.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Oh, that thing was
You're
so
right.
annoying.
The ammunition type it fired was 12.7 by 40 millimeter. Woo! Damn!
Oh man, that's a big bullet.
I see.
That's a big round.
Especially one that
over the
penetrates
map.
and then explodes.
Yeah.
It's like, ow, and then you can't even say ow because you're dead.
Yeah. Pray that it hits you in the head.
Woo!
But yeah, and the story of Halo was also really cool, because everybody had played as the super badass space marine and yada yada, but nobody had really done anything quite like that. Now Bungie came close with their previous games, the Marathon series for the Macs, the Apple products, and it was kind of a really cool sci-fi story. But this one with the cutscenes, John 117 was, the Master Chief he spoke, but he was still, for the most part, he was quiet. You were the Master Chief. That was the whole point of the game. That was the awesome thing. It was a self-insert kind of deal for the player. and most of everything was relayed to you by Cortana, the smart AI that Chief carried around in a little chip he inserted into the back of his helmet.
Ah, that bitch.
I'll say this. Jen Taylor, fantastic voice actress, does a really great job. I loved Cortana because she was quippy. She was the exact opposite of Chief, and it worked so well. And a lot of people don't know that she's also like been the voice actor for Princess Peach for like the past 2 decades or
She
whatever.
was the Abby that wasn't annoying.
Yes.
I know she was the one that would say, "Yeah, I don't want to save this bitch.
Yes.
I want to go mess around with Roshi and all them."
Cortana, come out. Chief, we've got to destroy the Covenant. No. There's time for that. I need to see you dance for a minute, baby.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
Cortana, take it off.
Becca's giving me the disapproving wife stare.
Cortana, how old are you?
Oh God, that was the worst part. She was only like 4 or 5.
Ew.
Well, see, here in Alabama, that's not a no.
Yeah, until they call you a robosexual and then road haul you.
Yeah, it's not fun getting drugged behind trucks. I say it from experience. Don't try to hold on when people are trying to leave you behind. Just let go. Just let go. They'll come back and get you.
Maybe.
I was gonna say, Sumo, how many chains did they have to wrap on your ass to get you down the road?
All of them?
We'll see. We had to get all the chains and then all the straps, even the bungee cords. We had to
Put that sumbitch in ultra low, boys.
You know what I mean? 4-wheel drive, bullshit. 8-wheel drive, put it in low.
We can't put this one on the hood, fellers.
I said, send it, Ricky.
Damn it. But yeah, Halo 1, crazy story, good characters. You actually felt like a hero as you were going through that mission, or as you were going through the missions in that game. And the Covenant, dude, what an enemy to fight. Like, they were different. You couldn't attack each one the same way. Like, if you tried to go after an elite like you went after a grunt, you'd get your shit pushed in.
Unless you were using a rocket launcher.
Yeah, well, I mean, the rocket launcher is the great equalizer of the far future.
On Halo 1, the sword was also great.
Ooh.
Yeah, Halo 2, yeah, when you first got to use it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was Halo 2, yeah.
And also, it's the Needler again. I mean, about the only thing it wouldn't take out was a hunter.
Very true. But you could, let a hunter charge you, sidestep, and then shoot it in the back once with a pistol. It's like, I love it.
Where's your weak spot? My ass.
Right. Hey, you see that giant glowing orange place? That's the weak spot. It's like, thank you, Japan.
Like those have the same weak spot as our brothers.
Right in the backside. Ew. Now I'm sad. Anyways, yeah. Great enemies, great missions. God,
one of the first games where you really had limitations. You didn't have, here's the bazillion guns like you were saying, or here's some retarded spells that you can just explode everyone with, or any of that. You really had to think not just in the moment tactically, but strategically. You had to plan shit out, because at certain points in the game, if you decided to burn all your sniper ammo on garbage enemies, oh, you were gonna hurt.
Yep.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, exactly. You were gonna hurt if you didn't save that ammo for the big stuff. I mean,
Ooh,
you
a
were
perfect
done.
example. Remember it's towards the end of the game when you're flying. There's an area you're in the snow area inside the Forerunner structure.
Mm-hmm.
If you come outside on one of these very high ledges, if you kept sniper ammo, you could kill an elite and take his Banshee before he got in it and started flying around and shooting you. And you could avoid the whole freaking level and fly off and go right down into the little area.
Yep.
Which it was right before Cortana pops up again, and then 343 Guilty Dick decides to be a dick. If you didn't do that, you had to go through a shit ton of Covenant and 4 hunters in the next room.
Yep. Yep. I remember that well. And I was so mad at myself because the first time I played it and played through that level,
I took the long way.
yeah, took the long way. Next
16 times.
Yeah.
All I can say is thank God for Half-Life showing me that you need to conserve ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely understand that.
That was a big learning point right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because oh God, there was so much, and people talk about like linear paths and things like that in Halo. Yes, ultimately things were linear, but how you approached it could be different every time you played through it, and that was phenomenal. And really, just I got to give it retro. Thinking back on it. For the time, perfect FPS. I would give it a 10 out of 10 today, even with the Xbox One graphics or the Xbox graphics. I called it the Xbox One when it was the Xbox 360 was the only one that had come out, and now we've got the Xbox One. The
And the One S and the One X.
Yeah.
As much as some people may hate the nostalgia factor on it, Halo graphics still stand up pretty well all the way up to Reach's graphics, whereas some games just don't. I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy VII.
Oof, boy.
Down in front.
But we had Halo 1, came out in 2001, and it took them 3 years before the second entry in the series came out, and that was Halo 2. And boy, was
it... All of the pew, much of the boom.
Oh, man. That was so... Like, dual wielding was not necessarily a new thing because GoldenEye had been out before. But having each gun mapped to a different trigger and everything, like being able to charge up a plasma pistol, fire it, and then finish somebody off with a submachine gun burst, that was something else.
Magnum them in the forehead.
I used to always love.
When you played on Legendary, you learned that pistols were your friend.
Yes, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Dual wielding plasma pistols and then just run up and hit them. That was so much fun.
Oh man, dual wielding brute plasma rifles, like Mount said, dual wielding needlers. It's like that was hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie. You just hear. Just
I used to piss off so many people with that.
Yeah, and it really changed how you played though. That was my thing. Like it really did. From going to a pistol and a submachine gun or an assault rifle, blah blah blah. Now you can dual wield and still have that secondary.
Mm-hmm.
But when you dual wielded, you did give up your melee until you dropped one of the weapons, or you dropped from the melee attack.
Yeah.
Which is why I always had 2 plasma pistols, because where can you not find a plasma pistol?
Yeah, seriously. Oh, it's a look around. The demon! I'm coming for that ass.
And can we just give props to John 117, the Master Chief, that he is such a nice guy that he is willing to return his most hated enemy's property to them. Because this guy, I mean, they forgot the bomb on the station. He was nice enough to freaking take it back to him. I mean, just stand up, guy.
Hey, you
man.
guys, I think you dropped this. That's like that dog from the Haji stream on freaking ISIS television that brought them back the dynamite they threw at the GIs. Hello, Akbar. Oh, shit, no spot.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Oh, it's fantastic. And the multiplayer, dude. Like the battle rifle, holy cow, did that change some shit up.
Oh god.
Oh, 3-round burst.
Yes.
Oh, headshot. You're down. You're dead. That's it. Playing the introduction of SWAT. Oh, that was awesome. And Xbox Live. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
That playing Halo with other people from around the world.
I've got a semi right now. Just thinking about it. The good old days.
Oh man, it was crazy. And I remember, like, I got to play it launch day, but I was 14 when it came out. It was November of 04, if I'm not mistaken. But I had worked with my dad, earned some money, and they said, well, what do you want with it? And I said, I kind of want the new Halo game because it's supposed to be coming out soon, but I don't think y'all want to spend the money for that. And they said, no, that's fine. We'll get you that. You worked hard. You earned it. My stepmom, my mama, stood in line at Walmart.
I remember this.
Yeah.
She got my copy too.
Yeah. Stood in line until midnight and picked up the special edition, the metal case, like collector's deal for Smed and I to bring back home. And this was before she went to work full time. She did part-time work for her dad. Before I got home, she was already halfway through the campaign.
He's not lying. I remember this.
And it was fantastic, man. And she was giving me pointers on the mission. I'd just be like running through, and she's like, baby, slow down. When you come around that corner, there's a couple of hunters. She's like, thanks, Mom.
You know the best part about Halo 2, Sumo?
What was that?
Sword fights.
No. I was working at Walmart in Louisville at the time when it dropped, so all of us overnighters got a copy of it. There weren't any for Day to sell.
All right.
Oh, man.
There were a lot of pissed off people for that morning.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
Not your game, not your problem. They made their money.
That's right. That's exactly right. Boy, if you want to talk about a huge release, man, I really think it was Halo 2 that started the big midnight release event trend that ran for so long. Now it's kind of died out because of digital, but dude, it was worth it. And I mean, my mama even said it was worth it standing in line because she's like, look how happy you are when you're playing it. And I know I enjoy playing it. So I have no regrets about waiting for it. I'm like,
well, that was more like, look how happy I am when I played it.
she definitely enjoyed playing it.
And take your wife to school now, boy. Mom, it's Saturday. I don't care. Get off that TV.
I got hunters to kill.
I
Go outside and play for 4 hours.
Y'all go outside and play. If you need water, there's a hose.
Yep, that was it.
Yep, that's exactly right. Mama stayed in the air conditioning, relaxed after her week, and fucking played Halo.
Did your mom shit talk you like Joe Coy's mom did to him?
She kind of did. My mom was vicious. Now she would crap talk. She would mess with you if you were playing multiplayer. She would fuck with you. She would distract you so that she could get the kill. It was the dirtiest shit I've ever seen, and I've never been more proud of my mom in my life.
Yeah, she'd offer you food.
Yes. Yes. Straight up.
You think I'm playing?
Jared's sitting there. Jared, there's an extra bag of pepperoni in it for you.
It's so true and it's so fucked up, but God, what great memories. Ah, God, Halo 2, thank you so much. Thank you, Classic Bungie, all the guys that are no longer there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wherever you are after the shit show that was Destiny, wherever you have gone to in your careers, thank you always for the memories of Halo and Halo 2. I will never forget them. They were a huge part of my childhood, my teenage years, and fuck yes, thank you. Oh man. But with that, we got the third entry in the series, Halo 3. Took another 3 years. Came out September 07, Mounts?
Halo 3, something like that. Give me a second. I'll pull up the good old Googer. Yeah, September. Really? Freaking phone. September 25th, 2007.
All right. Damn, I'm good. God,
Again, working at Walmart overnight. Came home with it. Started playing with a guy that I used to work with named Blake. Everyone at work called him Big Baby. We tore through that campaign in 9 hours.
Nice. Very nice. I will say this about Halo 2, the only thing that pissed me off, the ending. Just, Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship? Sir.
I'm going to finish
this
fight, sir. Oh, why would you do something so shitty?
It's like, could you not have figured out a better way to end that one? I get why they did it, but it sucked because it took 3 years to get the ending of all of that.
Listen, you sons of bitches, not even Slanesh likes blue balls, and he's into every sensation.
It was just absolutely maddening. And then, leaving Cortana behind on High Charity, it's like, I'll come back for you. Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. It's like, damn it.
That just makes me think of all the Japanese boys that had to leave behind their robot girlfriends.
Yes, the Weeb Wars of 2019.
Oh, Kuniko, I go to America. You must stay in Japan. They not understand.
God.
Somewhere there's a bunch of Japanese guys going, we are not the sound record. You sound more like a Chinese.
It would probably be more offensive if they didn't sound like that. I'm just saying, like, if that exists for a reason, that whole impersonation of them, and it's like, I've heard plenty of you guys that kind of talk exactly like that. Most of them have been Korean or Japanese. Chinese are a little bit different, but not by much. Unless you're listening for the difference, you don't really notice it.
That's the all in good fun anyway.
That's
I mean,
right.
hell.
Dude,
Make fun of the rednecks and make fun of us.
that's exactly right. We just made fun of ourselves and rednecks for like 30 minutes already.
I'll get around to making fun of Jamal and Daquan here in a few minutes, and then I'm going to go after Jose and, all that.
Oh, God, we're going to get shot. Folks, it's been nice knowing you.
I've been shot. It's okay.
Oh, man. But, as it goes, as it were, yeah, Halo 3. When it came out, I was in California, had made some new friends out there, and of course, like a few months before, we'd all played and gotten Crackdown, the very first one, and it had it had the Halo 3 multiplayer beta in there, like a genuine beta. An absolute test, slightly testing the servers, getting a little bit of balancing and everything, and we played that. We were so stoked, dude. Like, oh, it was so exciting. The Brutes were going to be the big bad guys in this one. They looked awesome. They didn't look like a bunch of weird Chewbacca's.
We could get to the chopper!
Then
we can run your ass over.
Oh my God, the Brute choppers were so much fun.
Dude, the Brute weapons were the best in that game. The Brute shot, the Brute rifle, the Spiker.
Mm-hmm.
And a good thing, too, considering 90% of your enemy were Flood, and what was the best two types of weapons against the Flood? The assault rifle and anything with the Brute weapon because of the blades.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was God, having the Brutes as the main enemy was an absolute buttload of fun. It could very, very easily get annoying on Legendary, though. Holy cow. Because when you broke their armor and they decided to go all monkey rage on you, it's just like, oh, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. It's like, running. Can somebody shoot him?
Thank God for the Needler rifle.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I don't have to kill the Brute. I just have to kill the three little bastards beside him. The sympathetic explosion from the pink mist will kill him.
Yeah. Oh, man. But it was, there's been some fantastic moments. Now, Halo 3, I will admit, I did not like quite as much as the first two, but it was still amazing. I would still absolutely give it a 9 out of 10 in a heartbeat.
The story was a lot shorter,
yes,
but you had other stuff that you had in the game to go after, like the skulls and stuff.
Yes, the skulls, that was awesome. I very, very much enjoyed the multiplayer. I thought it was absolutely solid. And a lot of people talk about Halo 2's multiplayer being the peak of it. I would agree to a point when it came to actually being able to do customizations and things like that for your armor other than colors. Having different helmets, having different shoulder pads, having different chests.
Katana. And yes, kids, you don't get recon armor from giving your freaking friends your password. Remember that debacle? Kids were giving out their Xbox Live password thinking they would get recon armor, and Bungie had to actually put a PSA in the game as a patch going, don't do this, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Well, what was y'all's favorite map on multiplayer, though?
For 3, or overall, or just for 3?
For 3, I'd have to say Last Resort was probably my top.
Really? Last Resort? I thought you'd have liked Blood Gulch Return.
Woo! Always. But I'm talking about just straight 3. I mean, it was that or Valhalla. I mean, you can't not like Valhalla.
Valhalla, bro. Straight up Valhalla.
Yeah.
Such a good map.
I mean, it's just so much fun. It was a bloodbath, honestly. But that's what made it fun.
It really...
Hope you like your Banshees fast and low.
I hope you like going 20 and 20.
No, another awesome the map though, Sand Trap was so good.
Yes,
Sand
Sand
Trap
Trap
was
was great.
really
No,
good.
no doubt, no
Dude,
doubt.
The freaking elephants.
Oh my god.
Absolute stupidity.
What was your least favorite map? Mine was Isolation.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go agree with you there. I don't have good memories.
I wasn't a fan of High Ground.
No.
I mean, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hit and miss.
Yeah. Can we take just a
But
second?
maybe that was me.
Can we just take a second to talk about the Forge? Can we talk about Forge mode for a minute? How much freaking fun it was being able to do custom shit in Halo, like making your own mini maps. Essentially.
Oh, dude. The freaking Matchbox race car map. Oh, we're not seeing anyone in this one. You're on a goose. Don't fall off.
Oh my god. The things people came up with, dude. It was absolutely fascinating. Like, and it really showed just how creative the Halo community was. In fact, there was one. I think it was the map that was meant for Forge. It was pretty much just a big open factory floor.
Yeah, it was called Factory, by the way.
Thank you. I'm a dumbass if nobody's figured out yet. I just sound intelligent, and then not very often. But
I'm sorry, Foundry.
Foundry. Okay. Ha! I'm not the only stupid one, even though you were closer than I was in my head.
I'm still laughing.
I am literally recovering from a concussion right now. My eye is still black and my nose is still sliced from slamming into an angle.
That's right. I have no excuse. I'm just dumb.
Ah! Suck on this nut, Sumo! Out of the ring you go!
But and people would just put a whole bunch of sniper rifles on the floor, and literally it was the only way you could get an actual kill was to shoot at the floor and have it ricochet and finish somebody off. You couldn't cross this line in the middle. If you shot somebody directly, you were automatically DQ'd. You were out, and it was just so all you'd hear is the sniper sound that whoosh, whoosh, and you just see rounds just bouncing all over the place. You'd see him arc off the floor, and oh my god, it was hilarious. And it was fun. Halo 3 was a lot of fun.
Dude, being able to fly around so many of those levels in the Banshee,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, from an old school jockey, it was like being back in a mech almost because of how it controlled, you know? It felt like I was playing around in a Dasher or a Nova.
Yeah, for sure. Good Mech Warrior reference too, man. Well done.
I miss 90s PC.
Who doesn't miss 90s PC?
Hey, we all played it, man.
That's right.
Oh, dude, seriously, like
I mean, even Diablo 1, I played the shit out of.
Right? Oh, man.
there you go, Sumo. Next one, Mech Warrior.
I'm up for
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Oh, I'll even throw in Mercenaries.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna have to go get Big Papa Smed on here.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. And y'all
The
have...
only real misstep, in my opinion, on Halo 3 was releasing ODST at full fucking price and then trying to make it out like it was a full game when it really felt more like just an expansion.
It literally was nothing more than an
About to say
expansion.
that's all it was.
Now,
No doubt.
it did have its own story. It
wasn't a bad play, it just wasn't a full game.
No, it was not. It was not. Even on Legendary, it still felt several hours shorter than any of the other Halos.
Yeah, and Halo 3 was pretty short.
Yeah, it definitely felt.
Like I said, 9 hours, and we didn't beat it on normal. We beat it on heroic. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't do legendary because of that fucking flood level until a couple of weeks later.
Oh
my
yeah,
God,
I can understand.
dude.
Oh God,
I
I can't imagine.
Just ridiculous.
Like, how much does it take to kill you? Stop shooting me with your stupid spinal tap spiny thing. Just fucking die. This is a flamethrower. It literally will melt a Lekgolo. And yet you're sitting there like, tra-la-la, I'm made out of fucking asbestos.
That's where he goes. That's it.
Am I the only one who pays attention to the fucking rules around here?
Exactly. The only real way to keep those things down was the brute hammer or the brute shot blade after hitting it with a full 6-round mag.
God almighty. You're so right, oh man. I'm so glad we asked you to come on here, man. This was a great move. Oh God, this has been great. I knew this would be a fantastic stream. Oh man. Well, with Halo 3 ODST, we got to see a modified submachine gun. Woo. We got a scoped pistol again.
And it was silenced.
Yes, and it was pretty damn good. It was not quite Halo 1, but it still felt better than any of the other
Halo 2 and 3.
Yeah, for sure. And then after ODST, because I really don't want to waste a whole lot of time on it, the introduction of firefight mode was cool. But firefight was cool. It was a good mode. It was a nice introduction. Then we got Halo Reach. Oh my goodness, what a change! Like I really enjoy Reach. Like I love the shit out of that game. You're no longer a Spartan 2. You're a Spartan 3. The med kits were back to a degree. You had space combat for the first time, which it was not the best thing. You know, it wasn't like full 0G 360-degree fighting going on. It was still
it was minimal, but still it was a good addition to me. I mean,
it was fun. That was the biggest thing. It was fun. And you know, you had a team. Instead of it just being you and guys you were basically a god compared to, you had other Spartans that you worked with. And one of the dudes in there, good old George, was a...
Jorge!
Yeah.
His name starts with a J. There's no George in that. It's fucking Jorge.
Look, it's Eastern European. Give the guy some slack here. But
I give no Slav slack.
But they actually make a joke about that. If y'all haven't seen the Fall of Reach short Halo film that's on Netflix, if it's still on Netflix, I hope it is, watch it. It kind of condenses the Fall of Reach novel, which is fantastic. If you're a reader, you can skip the Flood, which is basically just the story of Halo Combat Evolved, the story of the first game. But you absolutely have to read Halo, the Fall of Reach, and First Strike. Those two are essential. They're awesome. And it kind of shows how, after Halo 1, he winds up getting back to Earth. In First Strike, that's what that is. And Fall of Reach is the prequel following John 117 and all that. But, yeah, the Noble team, really, really awesome. And but in the Fall of Reach short movie, it talks about it. It's like, get a move on, Jorge, and he just mumbles, "It's George, sir." But Yeah, I really enjoyed Halo Reach. I thought the changes to multiplayer were really fun. Being able to sprint as a Spartan with the yeah, with the mod was really cool. Armor lockdown players, you can all go Minecraft yourselves. Just
Oh, don't worry. I've got 40 cal for all of them. And that shit doesn't last forever, but napalm burns for a few hours, you little fucks. Yeah, look, here comes the gun goose. I'm gonna armor lock. Hey, I'm so fucking cute. I liked it when I do the power slide and just avoid that shit or hit them before they could get the full armor lockdown, and I would splatter so many of them. Like, fuck you too, bro.
Oh man! And can we talk about assassinations for just a second?
Oh yes.
How freaking glorious those were when you managed to land one on somebody. How demoralizing it was when it got done to you. Oh, it was just soul crushing. But
I love being in game chat and just whispering gently to them, shh, only dreams now.
Yeah. I was the guy that went, tell me when to stop.
Oh my god. I didn't do any of that because I'm not psychotic, but you know, hey.
You're really missing out, bro.
I'm not a crazy man who knifes people from behind. I just thought that shoot you with a grenade launcher.
And I let them know. I'm sorry. I thought I was being nice.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with walking up to someone, shivving them, and whispering sweet nothings in their ear as they go cold.
Exactly. They die happy, Sumo. Thank you.
Or at least they die and I'm happy. You know.
Either way, I'm happy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh man, the game. I remember the beta of it and checking out the different stuff like the jump pack and everything. That was another thing that was just out of this world. Holy hell, the jump pack.
Oh, dude, the bullfrog level was my favorite level in that game outside of the space flight.
So great. That was just absolutely brilliant. The way they did that, I just enjoyed it so much. Just leapfrogging from place to place, fighting for a minute, killing all the enemies, and then taking off and moving on. It was fantastic, dude. They did so well on that game, and I just wish they had gotten not if they hadn't gotten burned out on Halo. I think if they did another entry in the series, it could have been something amazing.
Yeah,
because Reach was fantastic.
Halo 4.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Master Chief Edition.
Yeah.
I don't. Halo Reach was kind of polarizing in my circle of friends, aside from, of course, you, because most of the guys I knew from the old X Factor gaming liked Halo Reach's multiplayer, but hated the campaign.
I'd say, yeah, I was a lot more into multiplayer, and that's because, honestly, I wasn't going to play Halo Reach, but Sumo had brought it over, and I had to get it.
Yep.
After that, it was like, yeah, we're playing Forge World. I love Forge World.
Halo Reach's Forge was the best Forge.
Oh, without doubt.
100%.
Without doubt.
And I'll give it another one. I liked its multiplayer better than any of the others because it wasn't just, oh, go in this game, kill the shit out of those guys. Hey, good job, haha. You could also do firefight and all the other stuff, but everything you did mattered if you were interested in the armor, the looks, the voices, all the little knickknackery that you could earn with credits, plus being promoted to Brigadier, so freaking worth it.
Yep.
I said they just added another element that you haven't seen in any other game yet.
It was a really amazing game, and I enjoyed the hell out of Reach. Again, like you were saying, yeah, it was polarizing to a great degree. There were people who freaking loved it. There were people who just despised it. But there were a good chunk of people who were just like, oh, it's fun. It's Halo. Yeah, I enjoy it. Or who just liked certain parts of it and played those parts religiously.
Becca on SWAT.
Oh, my.
12 KD. She has a 12 KD on SWAT.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Becca is ridiculous with a battle rifle or a DMR. It's kind of terrifying.
Ding, fries are done.
Freaking Chris Kyling it the whole damn time.
The rest of us are just standing there going, Ballistic's dad and Mythonos are just standing there going, dude, what the hell, man? I'm just sitting there shrugging my shoulders going, I don't know. If you're not a bunch of girls flirting with me, she'd be shanking you then.
See, that was the best part of everything too, because I played with her a couple of times and I could kind of hang, but and I say kind of,
but not really.
Kind of, because I was decent, but I was up close and personal playing in Halo. You know, I enjoyed it. And I still love SWAT, and I could get headshots no problem. And if I ran out, I'd, don't reload, swap to pistol, and pop, pop, pop. But watching her one time, I distinctly remember one game we were playing, and she was just racking them up. I'm talking about, it was like a metronome. You'd see kills come up. And she's like, Sumo? Is everything okay? Like, yeah, I'm just kind of flabbergasted, and she's like, well, why don't you try pulling your weight? Do I have to come back and shoot you? I'm like, no, ma'am. But, oh, man. Just a lot of fun. A lot of fun with Halo Reach. And from such a high, we go to a low.
Do we have to? Do we really have to? We could stop here, and it would be awesome. We could talk about Halo Wars.
That comes later. That comes later. we have to talk about.
¿Por qué?
Porque sí.
Nombre Deus, ¿por qué, Sumo?
Ay, Dios mío. But we got to talk about it, man. We got to talk about the absolute shit show that is Halo 4. Oh, dear God. 343's initial outing with the franchise. So disappointing.
343, why you do this?
So disappointing. Halo 4...
It's Call of Duty Master Chief Edition. It's not fucking Halo.
No.
Oh, you're going into multiplayer. These are the fucking loadouts. Select your gun. Select this. Select that. No more. Oh, you found a really cool gun hidden over here because the guys were fucking dicks and put a shotgun up behind a duck blind. No. You want to start with a shotgun? Here you go. Start with a shotgun, buddy. Ha, ha, ha.
It was just absolutely retarded the way they had that loadout system in 4. It was so stupid, and the story was garbage. The new characters were garbage. The multiplayer was garbage.
Borg, Chief. Have fun. Oh, and they're like Transformers mixed with the Borg, so really have fun.
Yeah. No. Yeah. The Prometheans were
lame.
They're a little bit better in 5.
Lame.
But still so gay. So stupid. I just
and dude,
miserable
and that's just the game. Let's start talking about the first 3 months of XP Gate. Let's talk about the banhammer fuckery. let's talk about all of the horse crap of the fucking Mountain Dew and Doritos, and then player, you've played more than 17 minutes of Halo 4. You don't get any XP now. Get the fuck off and play something else. Who does that? Who fucking goes, oh, I don't want you to play my game anymore. Go play somewhere else. What is wrong with you? You're like a cocaine dealer. You don't want them to try heroin. You want them to keep snorting smack. Idiot.
This is the best decision I've made in a long time.
Seriously, like, I don't know what the fuck 343 was thinking, but like, Spartan Ops was the best fucking part of Halo 4, and you weren't even fucking playing Halo 4. You were playing Firefight with a better looking Spartan with upgraded graphics. That's it.
Yeah.
It had a better storyline than the main fucking storyline. Oh, I'm the Didact. A booga booga booga, Chief. I'm the Didact's girlfriend. A booga booga booga, Chief. I'm Cortana, and I'm losing my ever-loving shit. A booga booga booga, Chief. She was more annoying in Halo 4 than all those stupid slowdown cutscenes in Halo 3 when Chief was having psychotic flashbacks, and it got worse. They fucking killed her off. Sorry, just
full applause, dude. Hell yes.
It's so funny because it's so true.
You weren't wrong about a single bit.
Like, when I got to the end of that campaign on Legendary Solo, and they awarded me with half of the fucking achievement gamer score as Legendary Solo on Reach, a shitty fucking engram, and a goofy looking armor suit, I was so fucking insulted. I had a bit of a gamer rage moment. I took my disc out of my fucking Xbox and slung it into my wall. Not slung it at my wall. Not shattered it on my wall. Slung the fucking disc, throwing star style, into the drywall of my wall. And then Becca yelled at me.
Worth it.
It was stuck in the wall a good quarter of an inch. Whatever those discs were made out of, at least that was about the only good thing about Halo 4. The discs were really strong.
Yeah.
We'll have to go find mine and sharpen the edges.
Right. Just serrate them a little bit.
Yeah, and just reminded me, it was actually her disc too, because I'd already snapped mine. The Didact level, man. Fuck that level.
Oh, God, yes.
Fuck their regeneration. Fuck their stupid, shitty weapons that make you go. Like,
just fuck that game.
Oh my God.
Oh, God almighty. Okay, well, I think that about covers it for Halo 4.
It's sad too, dude, because Halo 4, for me, it killed the franchise. I still haven't touched Halo 5. They had free play days, and I looked at that like what was the other game they had on free play? Fallout 76? Yeah. Straight cancer. Like cancer with herpes dribbling off of its chin.
With a little bit of syphilis.
Yeah. You got a herpes showing 343, and no one's buying.
And just a dash of Ebola. But anyways, yeah. Halo 5, because Smed and I, we did play that. We wound up splitting the cost of it. We did the game share deal because it came out on the Xbox One, so we took advantage of that. And I actually enjoyed it. I do not like Fireteam Osiris. I don't like Spartan Lock.
No, not at all. Not at all.
The only good thing about Fireteam Osiris is Buck. Because it's Nathan Fillion, and how can you not like Nathan Fillion? It's impossible. Try it. You will fail.
Will's like this.
Yeah.
No.
That game is they cast a really great voice actor, and fuck you again, Bungie, for killing Cade 6.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
not
okay.
sorry.
No, I'm not.
But being able to play as Chief again, and this time with Fred, Linda, and Kelly from the original Spartan Blue Team, that was, as someone who's read the novels, it actually was really fucking special. Like it kind of made my heart swell with pride, and kind of, it's an emotional reaction. I started reading the books the same year, if I'm not mistaken, the same year that I got my Xbox and got Halo. So 2002.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I remember because you gave me the books.
I mean, hell, dude, was it Heroes of Onyx or whatever? Sergeant Johnson's book was even really good.
Yeah, his was the very first one he had was Contact Harvest.
Yeah,
and then it was something of Onyx, but that was the one where it was had Spartan Kurt, if I'm not mistaken, one who got lost when his jump pack was punctured, and it sent him spinning off into space. They all thought he was KIA.
Yeah, it's Ghosts of Onyx.
Yeah, Ghosts of Onyx.
Eric Nyland.
Yeah, Eric Nyland. Yeah, and he, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he wrote Fall of Reach as well. Because I think it was William C. Dietz that wrote The Flood, which, again, it was not good. I didn't like The Flood. I played Halo. I don't need to read the novelization. But Ghost of Onyx was really good. Contact Harvest. There was another one that centered around Captain Keyes back when he was Commander Keyes and was fighting the insurgents, and it was just when the Covenant War was starting to ramp up. Like 25, 26, 25, 27, stuff like that. Or maybe in the 25-30s. Anyways, but having read Fall of Reach and learned about the other Spartans and seen what they went through, I mean, these kids they were scouted when they were 6 to check genetic compatibility with the different upgrades they were going to be getting, and to check and make sure that their mental states were, stable enough even at that age to work as Spartans.
You mean to survive being kidnapped, stripped away from everything they knew, put through rigorous, painful, torturous tests, torturous, painful, freaking body experimentation, horrifyingly difficult weapon and armor tests, and then, once you're about 12, realizing that about 90% of your compatriots have died horribly or washed out because they've become gibbering lunatics.
Sounds a lot like Space Marines.
It essentially was. It essentially was.
I mean, realistically, the only difference between the Space Marines and the Spartans is a little bit of size, a little bit of beefcake, and a couple of specialty organs.
About to say, yeah, extra organs. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, a second heart, the omniplegic sac, or not the omniphage. God, I'm thinking Monster Hunter. Sorry. Acid spit, the oculobe.
Yep.
And I think did the Spartans ever have a self-clotting healing device like the Laraman organ?
No, that's handled by the Mjolnir armor.
So yeah, I mean, basically that's about it. I mean, and their armor was not quite Space Marine worthy, but I would give it a solid Scout Marine worthy.
I was about to say, yeah. Also, it wasn't the 41st millennium,
right? Right. Where they had an extra, let's see. Had an extra 39,000 years of experience fighting the worst that the galaxy has to offer, and then you've got some tech salvaged from 15,000 years before in the dark age of technology.
Spartan Fred in a dreadnought.
Oh my god, I could. And I'm terrified.
Could. The stories he would tell.
Oh God Almighty! But it was really, really neat to see the way that the Spartans were made, and honestly very terrifying, because they were willing to go to any length to make these super soldiers, and the Covenant was not a thought. The Covenant had not even stepped onto the scene yet.
No,
when
they were
that
dealing
program,
with the insurgents.
Yeah, they were going to be sent against normal humans.
They were dealing with Dearborn, Michigan.
Essentially, yes, they were dealing with rebel scum. That's all they were up against, and that was the big thing.
Michigan.
That was brilliant. Well said, Mounts. But the Spartan
on to Area 51.
Surely the government won't use. Dude, you guys need to go watch Angry Cops take on Area 51 invasion.
Oh, I remember I remember hearing that through the headset yesterday.
I haven't seen that yet, but I've seen so much, and I'm just gonna say the internet is still undefeated.
Absolute freaking savages.
I mean, it is brutal out there right now.
They have aliens and alien technology. And you think this is a good... I mean, I seriously feel like Lucius Fox. You mean to tell me that you're going to attack a government facility where they might have alien weapons and technology, and you think this is a good idea because... Good luck.
We have 500,000 people.
Yeah, you have.
If we run faster, bullets can't hit us.
Yeah.
Bullets may not hit your ass, but that laser will.
Yes, so will the drones with bombs.
Fire the laser.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. The thought of a bullet or a stream of bullets kicking up dust right in front of you before it wipes out your buddy that's to your left is already bad enough. Seeing your buddy explode into flames out of fucking nowhere is so much worse.
Dear God, are you there? It's not Mark, it's Jeff.
It's me, the atheist.
Oh my God. Oh.
I didn't mean all that stuff I said.
There's a saying we have in the Army. There's no atheists in a foxhole. Those atheists are going to learn real quick who God is, one way or the other.
It's very true. Just imagine one of them.
Believe in him or not, but when you die, you're going to be praying to somebody, bro.
That's right. That's right. Just imagine one of them dies and they wind up in front of St. Peter and he's just kind of looking at him with his head cocked like, Area 51, huh?
Yeah, no.
Hold the lever!
All a bunch of unnecessary paperwork and just head to that elevator. It'll
even if they do try it, there won't even be a court hearing because they've been warned multiple times. And I honestly hope it does.
Well, they don't even have to try it in a court anyway.
No, they don't.
Clearly say if you cross this line, you will be shot. It is a felony capital crime to assault or attack a United States federal armed forces facility. You can be executed after surrendering. You can't survive this.
People are stupid.
Y'all would have a better time if you just went out back, did some bath salts, and became Florida zombies for a day.
I'd be cool with that.
I've got to interject here because it has to do with ridiculous drugs and zombification. And since we are in the great state of Alabama, roll tide.
Roll tide.
Roll tide!
All right, my man.
There was a story I read that said people flushing their drugs could result in Alabama meth gators.
Meth gators, yeah. I read that. Alabama meth gators. I tell you what. All right, I will go and tell you from a person that works in sewer and water for a city in Alabama. None of your water or sewer ends up in the river. It's all circulated back
Right.
to you,
Yeah.
by the way.
Hope you enjoy drinking your own pee.
Yep. Roll Tide.
At least it's sterile. What? Oh man. Yeah, and
that was great. I'm talking, man. I died laughing at that.
dude,
that was just
so
awesome.
silly.
And wasn't only that, it's because it came a week or two after, they busted that meth house in Alabama with the methed up squirrel.
Yes.
Real?
Yes, really.
Yes,
This happened.
100%. It was up North Alabama. They busted a meth house and they had a messed up squirrel in a cage that they used to attack people. Yes, and even the guy they busted told them about this, and this squirrel was all kind of jacked up. And they didn't know what to do with it, so they let it out in the wild.
Dude, see, all I can say about this stupid ass shit is, do you want a Dr. Kurt Connors? Because this is how you get a Dr. Kurt Connors.
I swear, that's exactly what happened.
Man.
I'm almost 100% sure the squirrel's dead by now, but if not, he is on a rampaging.
All symptoms.
He's probably busting up meth houses right now by himself.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. I'm 100% sure, goddamn hoping the squirrel is dead by now. That's all I gotta say.
Sooner goes out to clean the yard and that squirrel kicks your ass.
Yeah, do more than that. It'd eat his ass.
Dude, I can guarantee you at least one of the people in the trailer park near my house is probably cooking meth right now.
No, I know that 100%.
Out on 145.
I've seen those people.
Yeah. Oh God, man. That is one thing that I absolutely hate about living in Alabama. The high proportion of white trash to normal rednecks. It's totally skewed, and I hate it. But what are you gonna do? At least I live in the country.
At least they meth up gators. I mean, that's cool.
Hey, at least it's messed up gators and not messed up snapping turtles.
Oh my God, yes.
I'll take that all day.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I'm gonna get me one of them gators and put them up in my backyard, protect my house, right?
That actually would be really awesome. Just imagine the sign, beware of gator. Hell yeah. Are you kidding me?
He'll bite your dick off.
He's methed up. We taught him. We trained him. He knows that's the softest meat.
Yeah, but the thing is, you gotta think, that snapping turtle goes from 0 to oh fucks in like 2 seconds instead of 0 to 1. He can actually run and chase you now.
Well, he's
I
got a
don't
good
know.
point.
You
I don't know
ever
about
seen an alligator?
gator run. I mean,
Yeah.
they get up and go.
Actually, yeah, when we went down to the karate clinic in Fort Myers, Florida, we saw an alligator take off booking it after some poor dog. The dog decided it was a brilliant idea to go into a canal. There are signs posted all over in Florida. Do not enter the canals. Alligators will fucking eat you.
This is true.
This idiot people decide, oh, we're going to stop at the Sonic. We stopped at the Sonic too, because, delicious food, sort of, and we're not in South Alabama anymore. We're at Florida. And they decide that their little Schnoochie Poochie, which looked like some little furry Pomeranian shit, decides, I'm going to go down here and lap at the tepid waters of a Florida canal. And that gator came out after that dog and chased it a good 30 feet. Sensei Morgan's like, we're leaving now. Sensei Wellchance is already in the fucking stuff. And I'm just standing there for a second going, man, 30-foot Burmese python on the side of the road. Now alligators are trying to eat dogs while I'm trying to eat a hot dog. Fuck you, Florida.
And there's no video. How dare you?
Damn, nature, you scary.
You're dead.
That was also around the time I turned one of my phones into a flip phone.
Yeah. I swapped to a clamshell because, if something's worth saying, it's worth eye contact.
Well done with the reference, sir. Well done. Oh, man. Well, let's see. We've got Halo 5 pretty much knocked out. The story, half of it was good. The Spartan 2 half was great. The Spartan 4 half was absolute trash except for Buck. I love Buck. He's awesome because he's an ODST. He's a real motherfucker.
That chick with the white armor is a gigantic bitch.
Yeah.
She needs to have what Kat had done to her.
Yeah. Rip Kat. You will always be missed and loved, sister. You got taken out in the worst way possible.
They let all of the cool Spartans die and kept that bitch?
Yeah. Well, hopefully when Halo Infinite comes out, they'll kill off all of Fireteam Osiris. I'm hoping that happens.
They'll kill off Osiris like Bungie did.
Good Destiny reference.
All right.
Multiplayer Arena is actually a lot of fun. I will admit, just simple 4v4, rock and roll it, tighter maps.
I don't know. I always like Torque myself, but
yeah, I definitely dig it. I thought Warzone was absolute trash.
I mean, Regret was good, except that I regret playing the fucking game.
Wait, they brought Regret back as a multiplayer map?
Yeah, it's actually really good in Halo 5.
I liked Regret back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought it back.
I can't remember what they call it now, but
Still
it was
not
good.
gonna get me to play the fucking game though.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
But it's not worth the 100 and something gigs of storage you need free on your friggin' Xbox either, or your external hard drive.
I was gonna say, you got a terabyte external. I don't have a problem with memory. The problem is no. After the bullshit of Halo 4, they literally tried to give me Halo 5 for free, and I went, I'll pass.
Which it's completely understandable. With us, it was just, hey, a new first-person shooter. We've always played the Halo games.
Yeah. I mean,
Fuck
I know. Plus, I was in Destiny when Halo 5 came out, so
Yeah. We
that's another story.
had very little interest in Destiny after what we both wound up playing it, didn't we, Smed? And because I think I had it on disc, and then I loaned it to you because I was so disgusted with it that I didn't want to play anymore. And you're like, "Hey, you got Destiny? You mind if I borrow it?" And I was like,
yeah. And then I gave it back.
Yeah. The next day, I sold the bitch.
Thank you, Sumo, for giving me the clap. Here, you can have some right back.
I just got it treated. Come on.
I had some other buddies that were playing. I was like, "Yo, you don't play Destiny? Blah 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 blah. My hands are not small."
Destiny is the barracks bunny.
I mean, God, it was bad.
But anyway,
It was bad.
Halo 5.
Speaking of messed up gators.
Halo Wars.
But okay, so we got Halo 5 done. We got Halo Infinite. It's supposed to be coming out, I think, later next year, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll check real quick just for accuracy's sake.
Okay. But they have had to, they've got an entirely new engine they've developed. It's supposed to be a massive game. I think it's supposed to wrap up the Master Chief Saga, which, please do. Please go out on a high note. No more Halo. Unless you do like stuff set in the prequel times and things like that. Don't continue the story anymore. Flesh it out, fill it out. That's fine.
Here you go. Halo Infinite release date is 2020, and it's next gen on Xbox Project Scarlet.
Okay, the one that's like twice as powerful as the Xbox.
It's saying
holiday
2020. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's meaning October, November, December.
Yeah. I would venture to bet probably November, because November is kind of a traditional deal for Halo.
Right.
Other than Halo 3, which was in September. But I think Microsoft was like, "It's done! Get it out! Holy shit, we need something."
Do it. It's been 3 years.
Didn't launch as strong as they wanted.
Well,
But
they should have put a campaign in that wasn't, shorter than 2.5 hours.
Yeah, fair enough. But so we've gotten the main first-person shooter entries. We're not going to talk about Spartan Assault because Spartan Palmer is utter trash. It is a shit character. I hate that Jennifer Hale was forced to voice such a terrible freaking creation. But
I've seen Star Trek Voyager episodes with better writing.
Oh, okay. If you're not a Trek fan, because I know Smed, you don't give a shit about Star Trek at all, other than the movies. You know, the newer ones, right?
Right. Yeah. I'll go ahead and say I've never really watched the series.
But yeah, Voyager is I like it less than Enterprise, which is the series that killed Star Trek for like a decade.
Yeah, seriously, Spartan Palmer has such shit, lazy, bitchy writing that
awful.
Krillin's rant about Bulma being a bitch is less than how bitchy she is.
It's very true. She is an insufferable, I'm going to say it, cunt. She is an insufferable cunt.
She's Kyle's mom.
Oh,
for y'all
God.
who don't know what that means, that's C-U-N-T. Google it.
She suffered from ancient Asian disease, one dumb cunt.
But
that's .net.
She was so poorly written. She is so pointlessly aggressive and cocky. I'm sorry. John,
she's so arrogant, and yet she's so shitty.
She is.
It's like, what the fuck? At least with shit like Kamen Rider, Tendo Soji, he's an arrogant motherfucker in Kamen Rider Kabuto. Look it up, you'll understand in one fucking episode, literally one episode. 10 minutes in, you'll see what I mean. But he can back it up because he can kick the shit out of stuff. Spartan Palmer's like, oh, I'm so good. You're so shit. Listen to me and follow my lead, Spartans. What does she do the whole fucking game in Halo 4? She sits back and yik-yaks. What does she do in Spartan Assault? Suck.
Yep. So, now that we've got that cleared up and out of the way, let's talk about the Halo Wars games. Because I fucking love them. I have such a hard-on for strategy games, and Microsoft, you gave me a Halo strategy game. You daft bastards. You have no idea what kind of raging thing I have going on right now. Just thinking
Captain
about
Cutter
this.
Infinite Mac Blast!
First,
I'm afraid that the weapons on this UNSC ship are quite operational, young Legolo. Say goodbye to your friends, Sanghaley, and I don't mean the ones in the Winnebago.
So, Smed, did you ever get to play either of the Halo Wars games?
I did not, because I have a life.
Fair enough. You can absolutely get lost in a match of Halo Wars. It's easy to do.
Hey, Chase.
See.
Halo Wars 2 is available on the Game Pass.
No shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Xbox, the streaming service. And actually, I've got the whole thing downloaded, so when you get yours back, you can just download it off of the Game Share profile.
Yeah, I got to pick it up this week.
Yes! Finally!
It was supposed to be last Friday, but it didn't come in.
I got you. Did they ever say what it was that was wrong with it?
Yeah, the assholes were playing middleman, and instead it was the HDMI port, just like I did. And then they sent it off to Microsoft. I was like, well, shit, I could have paid for that.
Yeah.
You pay, I fix. Yeah, I pay you to not fix shit.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I like.
And you know what sucks is I could have repaired your HDMI port if I was still in Alabama.
Hell, I would have shipped it to you if I'd have known that.
All it is undoing the solder from the board, throwing the old one away, putting the new one on, and it's literally like 10 minutes.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And 2 weeks of shipping.
And 3 digits of payment.
Damn,
dude, for real?
No shit. Yes. Sumo was when I dropped it off.
Yep. Straight up, they said it's probably gonna be over $100 if it's HDMI port typically.
Dude, I'd have gone Cletus Cassidy on their ass.
Yeah,
I should have went Chase Medley and pulled my pistol out. But, I mean, not Chase Medley, no.
You just doxed yourself?
I did. You know what? Fuck the haters. Still my credit. It's terrible.
That's Alabama credit. That means you can get yourself a whole hog.
Whole hog and a half, that is.
Well, yeah, but that other half's because Cooter couldn't get it in the truck.
Well, that's because I blew that son bitch in half with my 30-06.
Oh, hey, man.
Woo!
Get you some.
Boy, you wild.
All right, don't mind me while I go fuck my sister.
God. Sumo, Halo Wars 1 was absolutely a shit ton of fun.
I haven't played it, but I'm going to have to do it.
Okay, have you ever played Command and Conquer?
Yes.
Have you ever played the old school one where you could play GDI or NOD?
Tiberian Sun, Smed.
Yes,
no,
absolutely.
I'm talking prior to that. I'm talking Command and Conquer.
The original.
The OG.
No, I can't possibly ID that. No.
I know he's played Tiberian Sun though.
Okay, well, yeah, Tiberian Sun's not terrible.
What?
Halo Wars thrilled me the same way I felt the first time I got the PlayStation Edition of Command and Conquer, and I realized this is literally 2 games in one. And I was able to play through it. It was so good. The storyline in Halo Wars is actually good. The characters are actually entertaining. The plot line is not nonsensical. The commanders are good commanders. They're not just, throw the troops at them and call it what it may. Commissar, shoot the cowards.
Kill them?
I'm going to lead the charge because I'm a retard and want a bullet in the back of my skull while my men try to figure out chain of command after I'm dead. The guys are good. Forge is a badass. Anders is even entertaining, and normally they throw a female character into these style of games, and she's just either eye candy or dumb as a box of rocks or bitchy like Palmer. Anders was actually an entertaining character. Serena, the AI, very snarky, reminiscent of Cortana with a little bit more salt, a little bit less sugar, but still entertaining. The Covenant commanders, you fucking, I hate that little floaty ball bastard, whatever the hell his name is. Prophet Regret. I was so happy to kill him. And then that Arbiter, fucking terrifying. And when you can unlock his power, he goes to enrage mode. He whips out 2 energy swords for the price of 1 and goes honky style beaten ass on your base. He can one-shot your base, dude. And then you have the Brute Chieftain, who's no slouch either, because his specialty is he can get jump brutes and a fucking gravity hammer. It was wonderful.
You had me at honky style beating ass. No, man, it sounds fantastic. I'm not going to lie. And once I get my Xbox back, I'm definitely going to have to get that.
And
dude, Halo Wars 1,
yeah, you got to get it.
It was a great RTS, and the skull challenges they're difficult in the sense of difficulty, but they're not difficult to figure out how to do them on your own. You don't actually need a walkthrough for most of them. The black boxes, there's hidden knickknacks all over the map you can find to unlock storyline and art and all kinds of shit. The game has, shit to do other than just
it has depth.
Yes. And each leader has his own individual superpower, super unit, specialty upgrade. Like Captain Cutter has the ODSTs, right? Once you bump them up from regular infantry into ODST, you can drop them anywhere on the map, and they are awesome. They feel like ODSTs, and he has the Mac Cannon Blast. You've got Forge with, I believe he's Carpet Bomb, right, Sumo?
Yep, Carpet Bomb.
And he's got the Grizzly 2-barrel tank. The fuck you of fuck yous.
It's a Scorpion that they said, you know what? One barrel firing a 90 millimeter tungsten round isn't enough. Let's slap another one right beside it. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, and you know what else? Let's mount a multi-fire short-ranged missile pod on each side of those barrels. Yes, this is good. I like this. This is nice.
The German in me is extremely aroused. Dora! Gunther! Look at your baby brother.
Now, and then you had Anders, Professor
Ice Bomb!
Anders. Yes, Ice Bomb. It was crazy. Big ass cryo bomb that would freeze units all in an area. They couldn't move, and you could just knock the shit out of them because they took extra damage while they were frozen.
Oh, dude, like suicide grunt spam, not gonna happen, assholes. Fucking chill.
Yep.
Chill.
And then they had freaking her special unit was the freaking Sparrowhawk. Instead of Hornets, you could upgrade all the way to Sparrowhawks, which were 4 quad jet freaking laser aircraft.
Freaking lasers out of their head.
Freaking lasers.
Freaking laser beams.
And then, like I said, you've got the Arbiter. He's glorious. He is vicious. He's intimidating. He's a beast. And his upgrade makes him fucking ridiculous. Yep. And I don't remember what his special unit was. I think it was
Elites.
Cloaked Elites. Yeah. Elites, yep. And what was his leader power?
The Rage.
Okay, it was just the Rage?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, the Covenant had a different ability than the humans with that shit. But the Arbiter would, he once you upgraded the Arbiter, you were a one-man army unless someone put, like, vultures on your ass.
Yeah, and this is the thing, he could still attack air units.
Yeah!
Every kill he got, once you got him max upgraded, you would reflect damage back at whatever was attacking you. So while something was shooting at you, it's like it's shooting itself. Then he healed every time he killed a unit. Or part of a unit. Like if he killed one Marine out of a squad, he would get health back. Like he was a freaking machine. The Brute Chieftain had the freaking hammer. He got super tough. He could take an absolute wallop, and he could summon a damn black hole. He could summon a singularity that would pull stuff into it as you like blew up buildings and killed units and stuff. It would pull it all in a circle and just whip around, and then you could detonate the bitch.
You could just drag it around like you were mowing a lawn with a weed whacker.
Yep. It was epic. And then you had the freaking Prophet of Regret.
Fuck that guy.
You could only attack him once he got his upgrades. He could sail over all the terrain in the map, so he's basically a flying unit. Could only be attacked by units that could attack aircraft. And he called down a beam from the Covenant, a glassing beam from the Covenant ship in orbit. Like one go of it, and it just drew resources. That was the great thing about all their abilities. If you had a bunch of harvesters going, a bunch of warehouses or whatever they were called in the first one, you could literally have an infinite ability going off and just wreck a whole army coming at you.
That was what made the Covenant so ridiculous. The UNSC had expendable troops, so you were spending your resources on your troops. The Covenant had the leader powers, so instead of sitting there at the end of a lot of games where you have like 50,000 credits left over and shit, You didn't have much left over as a Covenant, but your leader was a god.
Yes. Yes. Also, if you took nothing but your leader and 2 scarabs, holy shit, you won. You fucking won. That was it. Because the scarabs, they could just literally climb over mountains and shit. And all you'd hear is base is under attack, and you scroll back over and you see wee boo, just that beam coming out of the friggin' eye, the oculus on the front of the scarab. It's hilarious.
Speaking of scarabs, you know, as terrifying as they were in Halo 2 and in Halo 3, and I mean, oh god, the scarab mission in 2 and in 3, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Halo Wars had a scarab mission where they had one that wasn't fully online yet, but its gun was, and you have like a 15 or 30-minute countdown. If you don't get your shit in gear and kill that fucker in that time frame, it glasses your base because the barricades you hide behind disintegrate while it shoots.
Yep. Yeah,
it was cool.
The Super Scarab mission was an absolute blast on Halo Wars. Like you were saying, it had a great campaign, especially for a strategy game. An amazing campaign. Really damn good.
Yes.
Very, very impressive for what a lot of people were putting out around the same time. Because you had Ensemble Studios made it, and they were the ones responsible for the War of the Ring games, for Lord of the Rings stuff, and then they had done Age of Empires, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure
that
on
was
that.
Their big IP.
Empires 2 still, actually. Huh. They done a lot of stuff.
They did. Now, Halo Wars 2... Oh, sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Ensemble's done some pretty good work.
They did, and I hate they're gone. I hate they're gone. And they were pretty much shuttered right after releasing Halo Wars, which was so shitty. But Microsoft, what do you know, back in the day, they... If you didn't put out something that sold amazing, they were going to absorb you and put you in another studio.
Microsoft.
Which is what EA does nowadays, and they do it to like everybody. Even if they put out good numbers, they're like, oh, it wasn't good enough.
Sumo, not for long. Anthem.
Yeah, well, BioWare's going to die. They were really banking on Anthem being a success. I mean, they were desperate for it to be, especially after Andromeda.
Not just them. EA has lost. Yeah. EA lost $3 billion in shares.
Yep, that was bad.
In one day. Whew.
It was bad.
Anyway, Halo Wars 2, you were saying?
Yeah, Halo Wars 2. It was developed by Creative Assembly. If anybody's played the Total War games, that's their shtick. They've always done like really good. More realistic, like grand strategy games. You've got the turn-based overview of everything. Build up your cities. You know, you build your armies and stuff like that. Go through the turns. Then when you get into battle, it's real time. I am a huge fan. The very first one I played was their first game, I believe, and that was Total War Shogun.
Yes! Shogun Total War!
Fucking amazing, and I still have 2 on my I still have 2 on my computer.
What's worse?
Damn it!
Smed? Oh my god, that's fucked up, dude! Oh my god!
Should we read this one all the way through, guys?
No! That shit will get you banned, and I am not going to get banned.
we need to keep the channel going. We're not going to read it, but folks, we have an absolutely fucked up sense of humor, and I love these 2 because it's fantastic. I know I can count on them for a fucked up laugh.
Man, that's like... I mean, that's Nathan fucking Explosion Savage there.
I mean, not no.
But Oh, God.
Anyway,
we'll finish this up because we are actually approaching almost 2 hours. We're just under 10 minutes out from the 2 hour mark, guys. So this has been a really good stream so far. But let's wrap up with Halo Wars 2. I really enjoy it. They've got a lot more commanders now. I think it's like, is it 6 commanders per now?
oh, dude, they've got like 10. They've got 4 different routes who each have a different thing. They have my favorite, Colony, who's a motherfucker. They've got Anders, Forge.
Giggity.
They brought Sergeant Johnson in, which is awesome. They've got that douchebag Spartan Jerome or Jeremy, depending on where you're at.
I like Jerome. Let's not dog on him too bad. I enjoy playing as Jerome, and I think he's pretty cool.
He's a pain in the ass to fight on higher levels.
He is. He's very much is. Very much is.
They've got they added the 2 AIs. The whiny one with the orange hair that looks like a retard, and I don't mean like mentally deficient. I mean like deliberately mentally deficient.
Yeah, Isabel.
Yes, that one. And then don't they have Serena?
I'm sorry. We're having a hard time. Smed keeps sending us stuff in the freaking hangout.
Actually, that's me.
Oh my God.
That's you too.
Both of you. Oh, oh God Almighty! I'm not getting. You're completely derailing us. You son of a bitch.
Put that away, Chase. Put that away.
Oh God! People are gonna be watching this stream, and if we get any comments, it's gonna be like, "What'd you put in the freaking hangout? What'd you put?"
And then I've commented it.
But
no one can see that, can they?
No, we're not doing screen share. Thank goodness. we're limited. We're good. We're safe. We're safe for now. Oh God.
Dude, the freaking. Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Halo Wars 2, the commanders are awesome. I haven't gotten all the way through the storyline yet, so I can't comment with education or with a learned thing. But so far I'm enjoying the storyline. It's been pretty fun.
Very much. I think it's a good campaign.
She's this game's Palmer.
Isabel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's tough. She is definitely better than Palmer, but yeah, she is this game's Palmer.
He's such a wuss.
She is. Now, I will say she does at some point, she loses it, and it's pretty freaking epic.
You mean she grows a pair of tits and finally acts like the badass that she's supposed to be?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean. But overall, I got to give Halo Wars 2. From what I've played and everything, campaign, skirmish, and everything, I give it a solid 8, 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's not the best game. I don't like the fact that the commanders are locked behind paywalls when realistically, 1 or 2 locked behind paywalls, I can see. The rest of them should have been unlocked by playing the damn game.
Yeah.
Johnson should have been a beat the game on Legendary, get Johnson reward, not, hey, pay $5 and get the god that is Johnson. But, you know, I kind of get it. I don't like it. I'm never going to be a fan or be an advocate of DLC. I'm always going to be an advocate of fucking get up off your ass and earn it.
Yep. Agreed.
But,
agreed.
Yeah.
It's so much more rewarding like that, too. It really is. Now, the commanders, everything's pretty well balanced in the game. That's what I like. If you buy a specific commander, you're not guaranteed to win.
No.
You don't have any major advantage. It's just different units for a little different play style, and they change things up. But Yeah,
The big thing for me that I'm learning now after playing with you more and with playing with Caleb some, I've learned really quickly you can't in Halo Wars #1, you could hyper focus on one unit type and just bludgeon the shit out of your enemy with it.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, my favorite strategy is Captain Cutter, level up my ODSTs,
Yep.
and then just dump hordes of ODSTs on someone.
Yep, that's.
In Halo Wars 2, you have to run soups. And if you don't know what a soup is, look up Warhammer 40k soup. It'll explain what a soup is. If you don't, you're gonna get the crap kicked out of you.
Yeah, you've got to run your counter units. You've got to run your anti-air. You've got to run your anti-vehicle. You've got to run your core units that can handle anything. They're not great at any one thing, but they're also very balanced, and they have special stuff they can do on their own.
And pay attention to your leader and his abilities and upgrades because, like, for instance, again, I love Colony. I'm going to talk about him because I've played him more than anyone else. Colony, his first upgrade allows him his leader power, which is taunt. It allows him to debuff enemy speed and make them focus on him so your specialty guys, like your healers and shit, will not be targeted. Then his second upgrade makes his gun stronger. It also heals him when he attacks you. That's a big deal because he's a big motherfucker. So having that ability changes the way you have to worry about units, you know, because instead of going, oh, I've got to constantly heal my leader or he dies, you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
And I don't get that one. I can't see it all the way. I'm kind of scared.
It's an in-game reference.
Oh my god! Man, I swear I am going to slap you straight in the balls next time I'm in Alabama. Oh my god!
Oh, but I think that's a good wrap up right there. I don't think we're gonna be able to stay on track. Oh god! But
I think Gear 30 is Colin Chase.
But we'll let everybody get some rest and everything for tomorrow, and we will be back. Hopefully, we'll be back on Friday about the same time, maybe a little later because it's the weekend. But probably be bringing you some 40K news, and oh dear God, why?
Oh, God. Ew.
Why?
Minimizing that now.
Oh God. But until next time, guys, to my co-host, the Smed Head, to our guest, Will Mounts, thank you for joining us, buddy. Thank you for talking Halo with us.
You will be back.
Absolutely. We're going to bring you back. We're going to get you a better setup, too. We're going to get you a mic at some point. This has got to happen.
I just got to go and get a wireless headset again. I've just been lazy.
Either go wireless headset or grab you a Blue Yeti, man. This thing is fantastic.
Blue Yeti?
Yep.
Yes, they have great prices on them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just send me the info on a text.
You got it, buddy. I'll send it to you.
Hey, Blue Yeti, we're promoting you.
That's
Don't
right.
forget that.
Sponsorship. But
No big deal.
But anyways, folks, thank you so much for listening. I hope you've had as much fun listening to us as we've had talking about this shit and getting grossly inappropriate messages in the Hangout chat, which have been absolutely fucking amazing. But until next time, everyone, take care and roll tide.
Roll Tide.
More Eagle.
Go to hell.
Later, folks.